welcome to Foreign Girls Club. Today is the part 2 of today's dating.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
On the part 1, we were talking about early dating stage.
Yes, the early stages
Yes.
of dating, getting to know somebody.
Yes. Today we're gonna kind of get into a little deeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens after that when you're getting a little bit more serious, you know?
Yeah.
You want to be with that person in a relationship.
Yes. Let me ask you about maybe, so you met someone and then you start dating, go on a date for a few times. When would you bring up about future? Let's say, how many kids would you like to have? Or does he even want children? How do they want to raise kids? Or it's mostly kids to me.
Yeah.
Like houses too. Do you want to buy a house or do you want to live in an apartment? Would you even bring it up or would you wait until you get a little more serious?
It's very tricky for me. Because I feel like unless I was dating this person and I got that feeling of not just like, oh, I want to be their girlfriend or whatever, got that feeling with like the person I'm with of like, wow, I'm going to marry this person. Like I don't even know why, but I just had the feeling.
Yeah.
So unless I had those thoughts, I wouldn't necessarily even bring it up because before I never thought I'd get married, right? But if I find like, wow, this person is it for me, like I see myself with them in the future, I would probably wait. You should already be in the talks, right? Like, because you want to make sure this person has the same goals as you and sees themselves like, if you want to have kids, they should probably want to have kids, or else I feel like those are things that really can break a relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think?
If I am going on a date for more than like twice with this person, then maybe I will bring it up. I don't know, the third date or something. Well, to me, having kids is very, very important. So I will definitely ask how many or if he wants to have kids. And if I decided to go on the second date, third date, I am already liking this person.
Right.
Either we're gonna get more serious or not. So I will ask those important questions, important things to me. Those questions I would like to ask as soon as possible. And I feel like if I scare him away, he wasn't the one.
True.
And if he didn't scare away, then we will continue to see each other. We wouldn't want to wait, because if you start to get emotionally attached, it will be a little difficult to walk away from the person when I found out maybe he doesn't want kids or something that I didn't want. So
ooh, I have a question.
Yes.
What if, let's say you're dating this man, you're very early in the relationship, maybe a couple months in, and he proposes? Would you say yes?
Oh, I don't know.
It can be very prematurely, like that they ask you to marry them. What would you?
Well, I might, but it has to have a crazy intense connection and chemistry, of course. Because getting married is no joke.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not like you can replace like dating app. So yeah, if we are very, very serious, including children or politics view or
yes, very important.
Yeah, how we want in our life in the future, what's the goal, everything matches, then yeah, I might.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of, I've never experienced it before, so I don't know, I can only imagine. But again, if there's a crazy intense connection and I don't see why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I think if we are very sure about each other, then I probably say yes.
That's one thing I'm conflicted with, because I always see all these videos of men that propose to their girlfriend and they say no. So I'm just thinking, like,
how months in?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Do you
But
think
it's just
that,
like,
okay, like in general?
yeah.
Okay.
But I just feel like it would have to be like a general understanding within the
Right.
relationship. Like,
Right.
I feel like it would have had to at least been discussed previously,
Right.
or something where you get the
Yeah.
feeling like, okay, this person, we want to be together in
Right.
the long run.
Right.
But not just like when somebody just proposes and they say no. Like, I'm just thinking, how is that possible?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
How does that happen?
Can he couldn't see that?
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
Very unaware.
I think there is some I don't know. I feel like you could see if you really focus on the person. Like, oh, this person is genuine. This person is serious to have a future. Sad, but like, why are you? I don't know. That's something that he could see.
I know. It's just, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That would suck.
I mean, if you are not considering about getting married, why are you in a relationship?
Yeah, that's another thing. Because like, what if they've been dating for 2 years, 3 years, and if he proposes, like,
that's.
I feel like that should almost be obvious, but I don't know.
2 years, 3. That's a long freaking time.
But that's yeah.
I know someone who has been dating for 2 years, 3 years. And then he hasn't proposed to her, and I don't want to. Red flag.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag too. It's because if he cannot make up his mind after 2-3 years, something is going on.
I agree.
Yeah, and either they're gonna discuss about it to make it better, or they should walk away from each other. Yeah, or she have to walk away. I think we shouldn't get comfortable with where we are when we feel something is not, I don't know, like right. I want to say something's not right, but something is not really like clear or needs to be discussed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they shouldn't stay in there.
No, that's how you stay engaged forever.
Oh my god.
Because some couples do like just
like 5 years. Like, what the heck?
Something's
what are you doing?
Really wrong.
Yeah, because like what's the point of waiting for that long? Do you think that's financial, or they still want to see if they are the one?
Like, in my opinion, if it is taking you that long to figure it out, then that is not the right person.
Yeah,
because if nothing has changed in 5 years, it is most likely not going to change at all.
I agree.
Like, you've had plenty of time to get to know each other,
and you should be getting better every day together. Yeah, and people is not going to change that easy. I mean, I think I mentioned about I need 6 months to introduce my man to my family. If I will have a man who I can introduce to my family at that point after 6 months, then maybe I will be ready to get married to this man too. So if you are engaged for more than 1 year, I would say you need to make up your mind. Yeah. Either you walk away.
Move on.
Move on. Yeah. Don't hold on to it. It's gonna hurt, but I think that's a sign. He is showing you that, hey, I am not ready to commit to you. Yeah. So either you discuss about it, and then you guys make up your mind, your mind, or
because
you gotta end it.
He's gotta show some motivation that like I want to lock it up. Like I want her to be my woman. So there should be at least a ring in place or something. I mean,
Yeah.
There has to be commitment.
Also, I have a question because so this is just one of my friend who is in this situation. I don't think she's even engaged at this point, but they're together for like 3 years.
Okay.
But and she wants to have children. She wants to get married, but he's been married twice already. He has like what 3 or 4 kids. So to him, I don't think he needs to have more kids. I don't know, like because he's done.
Yeah.
He experienced everything. So I don't know. I mean, because I am her friend, so I'm not gonna say like it's something negative, but sometimes I have to tell her like, hey, you might want to make up your mind because otherwise like, you're already at this age, which we are not that young. We cannot waste our time.
Yeah.
So if he's not ready to commit to you, it's gonna hurt, but you might want to walk away. And the fact that they're already living together, there's nothing that will change. Either they're gonna get married or not.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe for him, what's the point of getting married? Because we already live together.
Exactly.
Do everything together. And I'm not disagree to live together. I want to live together before I get married. Obviously, when we know that we are both very serious about each other,
being engaged at least,
right? Or that, yeah. But yeah, maybe you might want to wait to live with someone who's, even though he's special, because for him, for men, I think there's no point for him to step up and then propose to her and then move on.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically already doing everything a married couple would do. So what would be the motivation?
Yeah, he has all the benefit without committing. So yeah, that might be something that you want to consider. Yeah.
Like, I mean, if what she's looking for is to get married and have kids, he's probably not it. Because he's not. If you've already been divorced twice, which I don't blame him for this, to like not want to get married again. Obviously, it hasn't worked for him in the past.
Right.
So there's another thing where it's like, why would he want to get married again? And he's already got kids, so like you said, he's probably good to go. Why would he want more?
So there's no, I don't know, unless like I don't know what men think. But yeah, he has everything, all the benefit. So
I mean, there's a reason he hasn't proposed. There you go. There's the answer.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think about politics view? What if your man has different view when it comes to politics? Would you still be okay, or you prefer to have same politics view?
If it's somebody that you're actually gonna marry, I think it really matters, because at the end of the day, you may want to say like, oh, it's whatever, but with today's, I guess, political situation and how like present it is in everybody's lives, I think it would be something that could break a relationship if you have different views, because now it's just so like extreme, like either one side or the other.
Right.
So if one person is right here and the other one's over here, they're gonna clash on everything.
Yes.
And I feel like that's gonna create a lot of arguments that are unnecessary, really. Because I wish I could say like, oh, I wouldn't care, but
oh, I do.
It would create fights.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I will definitely bring this up in an early stage of dating, because like you said, it is going to be a problem. And again, I want to have kids, and things that I believe is definitely coming from politics. And today's society, we all know it's really extreme.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that we have same politic view, or it doesn't need to be 100% agree on everything, but still we have very similar thinking and the view.
Yeah, it comes down to values at the end of the day.
And that too.
Because like how you want to raise your kids and stuff
That's
like that.
That's a big thing, because some people think that school is good. I don't believe that.
Me neither.
I want to do homeschool. If he says no, homeschool is not a thing, then no, that's a no for me. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was younger, I would have said it doesn't matter. Because I would want to give people like the benefit of the doubt. And to me, like, even though it was important, I would like, I'm very respectful of other people's views. Yeah. But it's gotten to the point now where I'm just like, it's not possible because there's going to be arguments. People are not going to respect each other's views. Right. And it just creates chaos. I don't like it. And I think it is important. I would also bring it up like prettier and not even bring it up, but I would really be listening to what they're saying. Yes. To get all those cues where like, okay. Yeah, maybe. That might be a red flag. Yeah, maybe this person has some different values and views.
Yeah, so. I agree. So how long do you think you need to have commitment relationship? How long do you need? Is there like a time frame of, let's say, 2 months of dating, and then you will have some kind of like a good idea to say, let's get serious? Ooh. Is there a time frame?
I mean,
or it's up to
I feel like it would depend on the feeling I get from the person. Yeah. Just like, do I want to be with them or not? Because from the beginning, I would be all in. Like, it's not gonna be divided attention from me. Yeah. So I would expect the same thing. Right. If we are going out or whatever, and then we eventually become boyfriend and girlfriend, like I do expect that person to not be talking to somebody else, or else, see ya, like you're not for me. Yeah. You don't like commitment.
It's so funny that you say, because I was just talking about this to someone about when I was in Japan. So I have this high school boyfriend from different school. We like each other, so we are girlfriend boyfriend. Instead of like we will wait and see. Like if you like someone, or if we are liking each other, then why not just be girlfriend and boyfriend? So and here, it's casual dating is a thing now. Yeah, I guess. So it's kind of weird that, but you like me and I like you, so can we just get into like a relationship? Yeah. And I'm not like saying that it needs to work out, but I don't know why it needs to be, we're gonna do the casual dating and then we will see if we want to be exclusive to each other.
Oh no, that disgusts me.
So that's kind of weird. That was a new thing for me. Yeah. Well,
I don't like that.
We like each other, so like, we exclusive?
Right.
Yeah. It's weird.
That happened to me, like, same thing when I was younger.
Yeah.
And there was this guy, and like, obviously, we really liked each other. Like, I really liked him. Obviously, I wasn't like, head over heels or anything, but I really liked him.
Yeah.
And it's like, he wanted the boyfriend benefits, and I'm just like, if you don't ask me to be your girlfriend, like, that's it. Yeah. And just, he wouldn't like step up, so I was just like, see ya, on to the next.
Yeah.
It's just like very clear. Yeah. Like, you don't want to commit, you don't want to be serious. Like, I'm not trying to share with anyone. I think we all deserve more than that. So
yeah, I don't want that either. Yeah. And like you mentioned about the benefit. Yeah, if they don't want to commit, why would we give you all the benefit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is not how it
Especially my
works.
time. It's like, no, I'm not gonna go out with you if you're nothing. Like you're not my boyfriend. You're nothing.
Yeah, not just only time, but your energy too. Yeah. So, yeah, casual dating is not a good idea. How often would you want to communicate with your date?
Just like my date.
Yeah, date who you really like.
Okay. At least once a day. Like it doesn't have to be all day long,
Once a
but
day?
at least like
one text.
I mean, not
call?
one. At least like maybe if you're busy or doing stuff like people work, especially at our age or whatever. Like it's fine. Just like hey, good morning or like good night.
Good night. Yeah.
How was your day? Blah blah blah. Doesn't have to be like a constant thing every single second of the day. Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah. I'm the same. Yeah, if you message me all day, I would be like, hey, you need to work.
Get busier. You don't have too much going
Yeah,
on.
you don't need to message me all day. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. Do you want every day to communicate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if it's getting more serious. Yes, I expect to be talked to every day.
Right.
Or like me also. It's not like that person only has to reach out. I feel like
course.
both ways.
Both efforts, yeah. How about if you got into a relationship? Would it be the same? Everyday communication? Well, communication in general is very important.
Yeah.
But like I'm just talking about texting or phone call.
FaceTime. Then is when like phone calls would come into play for me. Like I do wanna, I just texting for me. If it's whoever, it's text me. I probably don't want to talk to you on the phone. But if it's my man, like I wanna hear his voice. I wanna hear about his day.
Yes.
So
I'm the same.
That's important.
Yeah, that's very important. Consistency is very important. Yeah. If there's no consistency, I would suspect
exactly.
something.
And then see when there's no phone calls, no like FaceTime, that's also red flags because he, like we've talked in the previous episode, he might be hiding you. He may have a girlfriend. He may have something else going on that he's not able to call you or have communication with you. So that is concerning if they're not doing it.
Okay.
At least in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. I never really thought about that. That if he doesn't call me, that might be a red flag. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I totally believe that.
And as long as he's consistent, and if I know that he is very busy, then maybe. But yeah, phone call would be really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take long. You don't have to stay on the phone for an hour.
Hi.
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Like, hey, I just wanted to hear your voice and see how you're doing.
Yes.
Hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
That's it. 2 seconds.
That is true. Okay. So, so this is I don't know, porn.
Oh my gosh.
Is this considered cheating? I never thought about porn is cheating, but I have watched some YouTube videos who saying that porn is cheating, and it made me think that is it really cheating?
Well, it's like at the end of the day, they are looking at somebody else and getting off to that, right? And I know for men, it's like a big thing. Like most of them probably do it. Nowadays, I've heard more of men trying to stay away because it is horrible for you just as a man. And it becomes an addiction. Like there's so many men, maybe women too, that are addicted to porn and just
Women too?
Yeah.
What?
So
How so? I don't even.
Because some women, that's their priority. They just want pleasure. They want to feel good.
Oh,
It's messed up.
that's weird.
But
I think porn is weird to me.
it is weird. But I don't think that I would be comfortable. Of course, like when somebody's on their own and if you're just dating them, like that's their body, you know, whatever they want to do on their free time. Like I don't want to know about it.
No.
But I would feel hurt if I found out that if we are already at that point where, you know, maybe we are sleeping with each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're right.
Why do you have to go to that instead of coming to me?
Yeah,
you know,
that is true. I think if he is happy with whoever he is, he's with, then I don't think he will watch it.
See, that's a problem because I know, like
They still will.
Probably most of them, yes.
Oh.
And I've heard of a lot of guys that because they're doing that and they do it so often, like then with their girlfriend, like they don't even have.
They don't need to do it.
They don't want to.
They don't
need
to work.
They don't
for it.
Oh. Not even that, but they already got that out of their system, so they don't have that drive.
So sad.
So yeah, it can be a real problem in a relationship. That's bad.
Yeah.
So to me, I don't want to know about it because it wouldn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Because I want that man to come and do those things to me, not just do it to himself watching a screen. Like that's kind of sad too.
Yeah.
Be a freaking man, like
yeah.
Seduce your woman.
I know.
But yeah.
So do you consider that's cheating?
I don't consider it cheating.
Okay, but it's not good.
It's not right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't consider it cheating, but you're right. It wouldn't be feeling good. Yeah. Yeah, he should come to me.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'll take care of it. Don't.
But how they get addicted? I don't know. Like, is it because it's easier?
Not because it's easy, but when you have an orgasm, when you, you know, you get it done, like all the chemicals in your brain, like everything. It's just like any other addiction, like to food, to whatever it is. It feels good. Right. You want that feeling over and over and over again.
I actually heard that it might be much more more than like cocaine or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or
that's
just
as scary, isn't it? Yeah.
Ew. Yeah. That's why a lot of men now are just trying to stay away.
Yeah.
Be good.
Yeah. I wonder it's hard to do for men.
Yeah, because
they stay away.
I know. Because from what I've heard, like it's just in their instinct, like they want to procreate. Yeah. Even if they're not, but they have that need. Their body's telling them like it's time.
Addicted to it? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand because probably I'm a woman. Right. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of gross, but anyways.
I agree. Okay, let's move on to something.
Yes. What else? Okay, Patty, this is another weird question.
Okay. Bring it on.
Would you ask man how often would he wants to be intimate physically?
I don't think I would ask no.
I would. It's not like, because I would like to know that if he is not that interested,
right,
then I wouldn't like.
I feel like it is a good question though. Like,
yeah,
it should be important.
How many times he wants it, and yeah, if he doesn't want, like, if he said like once a week, what?
Oh my god.
So yeah, I will definitely ask.
Okay.
because I want to have some kind of idea what
Mhm.
I'm getting into.
Yeah, I feel like I never really thought of that, like asking actually directly, like, how often would you like to? I never thought about that.
Yeah. But would you?
Interesting.
If
I mean, now I'm not in the position of like doing that, but maybe I would.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's important because
Yeah.
if he is, how do you say it? He's not really intimate. I mean, intimate, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I want him to be like sexually driven.
Yeah, and like find you attractive and show it. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, once a week, that's a no for me. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
why don't we
important.
talk about the little signs of how to know when somebody is the one for you, or like that you are ready to commit? Because it's not only about the man wanting to commit to you, right? It's about you also wanting to be like, okay, I think I may want to spend time with him for the rest of my life, or at least for a long run.
That is it. Oh, okay. Let me give you this something that I read. I don't remember completely that every single words, but this man that I follow on Instagram, he's Christian.
Okay.
He says, "Wrong love make you wonder where God is, but the right love make you feel God's everywhere."
Oh my God, I love that.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And I think now I will, pay attention to that feeling, because when I was dating or my ex, I felt like lonely, even though I was with him, and I was always like, is he really into me, or like is he really like loving me or whatever? And I think that was the wrong love, that I was always wonder and like seeking security. Yeah, so I think that was a really good things to pay attention.
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
It's so
I
sweet.
loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it when I read it. Besides seeking for God's sign, I will say, because women are supposed to have this intuition, amazing intuition.
Yes.
So I try to pay attention to my gut, because I went on some dates that, let's say he is a good looking man, and if I decided to go on the second day when I already seen some red flag, but because he was a good looking man, I decided to go on the second day, but because there was already red flag, I knew that it won't go well.
Yeah.
So I think intuition, and of course, if he put a lot of efforts in it, consistency. I think that's a really good sign that he is genuine. He is trying to do something good for me. So yeah, I think that those are good signs. How about you?
Yeah, I think going back to how they will make you feel like the presence of God.
Yes.
For me, it was like, for a long time, let's just say I dealt with a lot of just people that were not worth my time or whatever. And they just wanted certain things out of me. And I actually would pray. And when I met him, it was like God answered my prayers. Like, this is more than I ever even imagined. And another thing, like the intuition, for me, it was like I would always, I don't know, think of this feeling of holding somebody and feeling something, like feeling whole. And every time I would hug somebody or hold their hand, whatever, it was just like empty, like didn't feel anything really. But when I found that person, it was like, oh my God, like a hug just feels like you're connected
so
to them. Yeah, you feel it like in here, in your soul. I don't know. It's just, it's kind of corny, but it's so true. So it's all about the feeling for me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I don't think you don't need to do anything to find someone special, because when you meet someone who's happened to be special, you will just know.
Yes, exactly.
I think you just know that, oh, I don't know what it is, but I feel like he is the one.
Right.
I really believe that. And I think that's why some couple get married after 6 months, getting to know each other. And I think that's so beautiful that only 6 months, but maybe to them 6 months was enough for them to get married. So I truly believe that when you meet someone who is right for you, you will just know. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you will just know.
Yeah, I think so too. And I feel like that should be a good sign. Like things are moving along the way they should be, and you're sure of that. Like both people are sure of it. When there's doubt or you are waiting to get that feeling, that's when I think it's not the right person.
Right.
And now, with that being said, just because, let's say, somebody found that person, they both get that feeling, and it ends up maybe fizzling out or in a divorce, that doesn't mean that that person is not the one for you. That just means somebody gave up. Somebody's not willing to put in the work, because
it's
of course,
all about the work.
It's not all like happiness and butterflies.
Oh, no.
After you find that person, like it's not like, oh, and they lived happily ever after.
Oh, no.
Then
that's
comes
the
real
start.
work. Exactly.
Yes.
So I do really think
agree.
maybe some people have already met the one. Maybe it didn't work out because they just didn't take the right steps for that marriage or relationships. Because it is not easy, even if you're with the right person.
Yeah. And also, you mentioned about that just a hug, one hug feels so special. I agree. When you meet someone special, it's the tiny things that become so special.
Yeah.
And you can't even explain what it is, but you know it's special.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I also read about something else. What was it? When don't what was it? Let me check.
Yeah.
Okay, so the right man will give you things you never imagined. Don't beg. He knows what you deserve.
Yes.
So I was like, wow, this is so true. Yeah. And it doesn't need to be gift, like just texting or a phone call, one phone call. If you are waiting if he's gonna do it today or if he's gonna do it tomorrow, I think that's already a sign that it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I am not so good at paying attention to those signs, even though I know that's a sign. But because I want to keep expecting he might do it, which is bad, because again I already know it's not gonna work, but I still want to kind of hold on to it and see maybe he's gonna do it. So that's something I had to learn, that hey, I really have to pay attention to those signs, because there is an answer. Yeah, he's showing me answer, so I just have to accept those signs and then move on. So yeah, that's something I had to learn.
Definitely.
Yeah, true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Maybe getting a little bit deeper into like once you're very serious and maybe even married. I want to follow up on that of like expecting out of somebody, which I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes, but I've also learned that obviously we all have expectations, and it's not that we need to ask for things, but sometimes we do have to express like,
yeah,
maybe this is what I expect out of a person, or like I would like this.
Yeah.
Because the person really cannot read your mind. Sometimes even when you think something
No.
is obvious to that person,
Yeah.
or they think it's obvious to you, it's definitely not.
No.
So
Yeah.
really saying how you feel,
Yeah.
what you see out of the future, like what you would like in your significant other, I think it's very important to not to just hope that they do it.
That is
but this is when things are more serious. Like obviously if
Right.
he's just a boyfriend or whatever, like you don't want to seem all
Yeah.
beggy and like
Yeah. Oh no.
no.
Yeah,
Needy, no.
No, needy, no.
But yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, our intuition, we just want to pay attention to our intuition more. And I agree that sometimes you will hurt by walking away from someone that who you thought that he loved you or whatever, but it is better to walk away to a healthy relationship than staying in this toxic or relationship that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. So yeah, I know it's hard, but sometimes we just have to suck it up and do it.
I feel like it also comes down to, not that there wouldn't be problems in a relationship, because there's always going to be maybe arguments, especially at the beginning, because you're just getting to know the other person or whatever. But if you really just like, if you are talking about things, because you have to talk about it, like the issues, the problems,
Right.
and if you're like, okay, this is not working, let's try this. If you see that the other person is not putting in work, you might as well leave, because it's not going to work.
That is true.
Because it's got to come from both sides.
Right.
All the time.
Yes.
You can't get comfortable. You can't just, expect the other person to do everything.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got to...
Yeah, a lot of effort and willingness to be open and understanding, respectful.
Yes, respect is important.
Very, very important. And yeah, and if either of them give up, then that's it.
Exactly, because it's not going to go anywhere. It's really not.
Exactly. So it is what it is, and then you just have to move on, even though it is comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now into some lighter things within a relationship. When do you think, like, as a woman, right? Because I know me and you, we like to cook, we like to treat our man right.
Yes.
So do you think it's okay for, let's say, you're only a girlfriend, should you be doing certain things, or would you wait until you are a wife? Like, would you have to be a wife in order to do
certain things?
Yes.
So so I'm already his girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, I will. Yeah, I think I will do everything.
Okay.
I think so. I will definitely cook because he's my boyfriend. He committed. I will do, I don't know, laundry. Okay. I will make his lunch. But I don't know, because I don't think girlfriend, boyfriend, I'm assuming that we are not living in the same place. So yeah, laundry is not gonna do because we don't live together. So laundry is not gonna do. But yeah, cooking, if he comes over or if I go over to his place, if he wants me to cook something, then I will be happy to cook.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to
Okay,
know
I
what
just
you're
wanna
gonna
know.
say.
Well, to me, it's
Yeah.
like if I was just a girlfriend, when I'm just a girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to help out and like, you know, maybe a little dinner here and there. Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously do nice things for the
Yeah.
man, but I would not personally do wife duties if I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
wife. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do your laundry. I am not gonna cook you dinner every single day and treat you like I'm your mother.
Yeah.
Like I would have to be married in
Mm.
order to for that side to even like take over for me.
Okay.
Because I always tell people when they're like maybe comparing or whatever, it's like, no, you can't expect that out of that girl. Okay, is she your wife? No. So why are
No.
you expecting her to do certain things? You have to
Yeah.
understand.
Right.
So yeah, for me, certain things don't come until after you're
Mm.
married.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree that I don't think I'm going to cook every day,
Mm-hmm.
unless if we decided to live together, I will do.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends if
Yeah, living
I
together. Mm-hmm.
am, let's say I work full time. But if he says, "Hey, you don't need to work full time. I want to take care of you."
Okay. Oh well,
Say,
that's different.
can you please cook for me?
Yeah.
Then I would be happy to do that. But that's so hard because I'm still just a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I will definitely cook though.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cook. I want to show him that I cook for you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But that's very interesting. Yes, because if they are like taking care of you financially,
Mm-hmm.
then there comes certain responsibility of like
Right.
what are you giving in return?
Right.
Even though it's not like an expectation, but you
Yeah.
should already be willing to
exactly.
do certain things just because
Yeah.
I mean that person's taking care of you financially. What more can a person do?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Agree. Yeah.
Especially if you're not married.
Yeah. Yeah, and it also shows that he is showing me that he is ready
Yeah.
to actually taking care of
Mm-hmm.
me, and possibly that's our future
Yes.
in marriage. So yeah.
I have another question that I really want to know what you think about.
Yes.
Okay. Because this is something that is very obvious to me and like my perspective. But what do you think about when you're married to somebody or maybe engaged, joint accounts, sharing your money? Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna be very honest. If I am working, my money is my money.
Okay.
but but I will have access to his bank.
Okay.
Yes, because I mean, if he's gonna say no, like what? Why? That's a very good question. But I also know I've heard that joint account is a great thing when you're in marriage, because I mean, you shouldn't have anything to hide or anything.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, if I'm working, my money is gonna be in mine. But I will still okay to, let's say, get some grocery with my money. I'm not gonna ask everything from him. Like, okay, I need something. Can I have money? I'm not gonna do that. Especially if I'm working. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. How about you?
Well,
very interesting.
I do have very strong opinion about that.
Okay.
And like I don't judge other people, but just in general. And I have seen a lot of people's relationship not work because of this. When you are, and even like if you're married, to me, you should be willing to share everything, no matter what it is.
Okay.
Because that's already showing you like a little bit of greediness and selfishness, which
okay.
I think when you're married is out the door. You leave your selfishness out there.
Yeah.
You don't bring it in because it creates issues.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've seen married people
Mm-hmm.
say like, oh, I paid for this, you need to pay me back, or things like that. To me would be like,
No.
are you kidding me? I
Yeah.
would never ever do that to my husband or
Yeah.
expect my husband to do that. Like
Mm-hmm.
we always have acted like what's mine is yours.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never been an issue. Like money should not be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
People should not be fighting over whose money it is, who's
Right.
bringing whatever, you know.
Right.
Just like when people get a prenup, it's like you are already setting yourself up for failure because you are thinking that you're gonna get divorced at some point, or you have this slight,
that's very interesting.
like a slight chance, just in case we
Yeah.
get a divorce. Let me throw a prenup in there. I think that's just wrong, and if you feel that way, then you should not be getting married to that person.
Okay, that's very interesting. I think it depends on the person, because even though I'm okay to have joint account, but I am not going to ask my man or act like, oh my God, I pay for this, so now it's your turn or whatever. I think it shouldn't be that way because you are married.
Yeah.
So I think if he wants me to go buy something, then I would be happy to go get something that he needs. I'm not gonna be like, I need your money because it's yours. That I think that's wrong. Yeah, if you do that, I don't think you should be in marriage. And yeah, I have heard that money is a big issue when in marriage, but it shouldn't be that way. My ex were like that, and I didn't like it. And yeah, if you are together, you should share everything. But I said that if I am working, I will have my own account.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I wouldn't have any issue to spend my money for him.
Okay, yeah.
For us. So I think it depends. And also, I've heard this guy were talking about marriage. If you don't want to rely on men, why would you be even in marriage?
Yeah,
that's what I heard, and I was like, that is so true. And I felt I shouldn't be relying on men. But then for this man's opinion was that, okay, so you don't need to rely on men, so you can have your own life put together, you have money, everything. So then what is men's job? Because men's job is to provide and taking care of women financially or whatever it is. So yeah, he was saying, well, if you don't need to rely on men, you don't need to get married, because what is the point?
Yeah.
So I was like, that is very interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
what do you think? I don't think it's kind of hard, isn't it?
Yeah, but like for me, I like to feel like I'm contributing to our success and like our finances. I don't like feeling like, of course, when I have kids, maybe it will be different. But if I'm not pregnant, I don't have like a bunch of kids to take care of, like what else am I going to do? Like, of course, I will already take over for our home. I will do everything I have to do and more.
Yeah.
But I also want to feel like I am, I don't know, building my own success and being independent within a marriage or a relationship. Like I still want to contribute and bring monetary value to the relationship, not just the man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and that thing too, like, okay, you could have your own account and like he has his own account, but at least some sort of joint account where both are putting some money into it. I think it's important.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about that you are willing to do everything together instead of, because it's not just your life when you are in marriage. So yeah, I think it depends on the person, because I know some people don't want to share, and I know that women especially, they don't want to share their money. I don't know if that's like in a marriage or just a relationship, I don't know. But you should be at least willing to share.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I mean, I guess it depends on the person. I mean, for me, money's never been like, I like money. I think obviously it is needed. Like we all want to have more. We want to be successful. But it's never been like,
yeah, you don't want to be greedy.
Something that I really, really, truly care about, especially when somebody I love, like I put the person first. Money comes last to me.
Right. Yeah.
Like money comes and goes.
That is true.
The love of your life will not if you fuck it up over money.
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, I agree. Very interesting. Since you mentioned prenup, I might be okay to have a prenup.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, I agree what you're saying, that you are already thinking about the failure. I agree that too. But I also understand that for some men who happen to be very successful, if he needs to protect his whatever investment or real property or whatever it is, I understand. But I don't want him to be like, you have to sign. So I'm kind of like debating, like, what if like, I think like, what if my man asked me to sign the prenup, would I say yes? Since you mentioned about prenup, I am debating either. Well, I feel like I want to understand if men asking women to sign a prenup, why it needs to be done. But also, it's kind of sad. Because I mean, you mentioned about you already thinking about the worst case scenario. So I understand both, but I feel like I want to know the real reason why prenup needs to be done.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and this is another thing that we both agree that once you are in marriage, you should be willing to share everything. So prenup is something that he's saying that, hey, I am not gonna share anything with you with my assets.
Yeah.
Or is there a different reason? I don't know. Either way, it's still sad, but I also want to understand like why it needs to be done.
That to me just indicates like either that man cares too much about money, and also he thinks the woman he's marrying could be a gold digger, or just, also only cares about money, and he's gonna screw them over. So if you have that thought right away when you're getting married, you should not be getting married to that person. I mean, that's just obvious to me, but I guess not for other people. So yeah, to me, it's like I wouldn't, if I have a slight doubt that that person is gonna screw me over, and they care too much about money when I'm just getting married, I'm not gonna get married to them.
I can agree to that. It's just sad.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you really love someone genuinely, it wouldn't even, that kind of thing wouldn't be even cross your mind.
Exactly.
That, oh, she might screw me over, or like vice versa. So yeah, I agree. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to get to know a person like fully and know and be sure of it. But if you're not, you shouldn't marry that person, because the same thing comes in it's even worse because put money aside, right? That's whatever. When it comes to having kids, if you have kids with the wrong person, how many women keep their kids away from the dad or anything like that just because they're bitter or there's a little bit of anger towards each other because they're getting a divorce or something went wrong? Then I would also not want to be in that situation with somebody. I want somebody that we are both sure that if something goes wrong, even though I'm willing to put in the work, like I don't want to get a divorce, right? Ever. Um, but that if something was to go wrong and we parted ways, that we are not going to screw each other over, whether it's with our money or our kids. So I think it's very important to look at that. And if you have doubts, just don't do it. Don't do it. Go for somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's sad that you can trust the other person, even though when you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe they just need more time to get to know each other until fully trust each other.
Exactly.
Then maybe prenup won't be needed. Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, there's a lot of gold diggers out there nowadays. Like, women expect a lot in one man for what they can provide for them. So I understand why men would want that, but then don't marry that person.
Yeah.
Don't do it just because you're probably marrying her because of her looks or, you know, whatever. So don't. It's just not good.
I like that.
Yeah.
So no prenup.
No prenups. Prenups are a no-go. Me and Sai are gonna ask each other some questions. Now the thing is, we don't know what those questions are. We haven't discussed it, so it's gonna be random, kind of off topic. We're not. It's not related to dating only. So, why don't you begin?
Can I take my phone?
Yes.
You ready? Belly button ring. Yes or no?
In the past, I would have said no. But now, I mean, I obviously have a couple piercings myself, so
Right.
I'm gonna say yes.
No. I do have a belly button ring.
Oh, you do? What? I didn't know that.
I do, but I don't wear it anymore.
Okay.
I have 4.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's kind of trashy.
Okay.
I got this when I was like 16. But then I thought it's so cute because I like the Britney Spears. Everybody had this belly button.
Yeah, very popular.
Not anymore. Because I have seen like women, like older women wearing belly button rings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, the age thing kind of matters.
So I would say if you are working out, if you're in the bed,
you have abs.
I think it's good. But personally, I won't do it anymore. So that's enough.
Okay.
Yes.
I've considered maybe getting one. I don't because also I've seen a lot of women that get pregnant and it looks horrible.
Oh,
and
I thought you were gonna say it will like
I think it would be obvious that you should take it out and everything, but yes, it could rip up.
Yeah.
But okay. Now I have a question for you.
Okay, I'm so scared.
Have you ever gotten your heart broken, and how many times?
So that's a yes. For me. I had a long-term boyfriend. You say how many?
Yeah.
I had twice high school boyfriend, and then this boyfriend long term.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay.
How about yourself?
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like we've all gotten our heart broken, even if it was like when we were young or whatever. I think that's how I started to get a little bit smarter, because the first time I ever, and I was so young, but like I liked somebody or I was so like into them, and they basically took my heart, threw it on the ground, and stomped on it. So after that, I was like, oh, hey, you know what? I think
Protect your heart.
Yeah, I think I need to be a little bit smarter and selective. So yeah, I was very, very young, but
yeah. But can I say something? I prefer, if I go on a date with someone, I prefer him to have heartbroken. I want someone who knows people's pain.
Yeah.
I want someone who went through hell, so that he won't do that to me or to others. So I want him to have this heartbroken in hell. So Patty, another question.
Yes.
Being thick for women,
Okay.
is it yes or no?
I say no.
I would say no too. First of all, me growing up in Japan, skinny is attractive.
Okay.
That's how I grew up. When I moved to America, there's no skinny women. Well, sometimes, but I think I don't even know the line between thick and fat. Because there's some women who clearly obese.
Yeah.
They still claim themselves thick. But to me, even them being thick, I still feel that they're kind of fat. And I think it's because that's not how I see in Japan. So, and I am pretty small. So, yeah, women being thick is, to me, that's fat too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there gets to a point. I know some women, maybe they just had a baby or something happened in their life where they gained a few pounds. Like, that's fine, right? You should be getting back to, yeah, you should be getting back to taking care of yourself. But when you reach a certain point and you just lose control of your body, I do correlate health with that, right? Like, when you're a little bigger, you start thinking like it's not good for your health. I personally really, really want to make sure at all times that I don't let myself go or my health, because if I'm gaining some extra weight or I'm not looking or feeling the way that I want, that's an issue, and I need to get back to prioritizing that and getting to the gym and just eating healthy, watching what I eat. If you are gaining weight, you're clearly stuffing your face every day, because you do have to sustain a certain amount in order to gain weight. So to me, that's a big no. Go to the gym, get yourself off the couch.
Also, don't give us the reason because of COVID.
That's way gone. Like, you should be back to normal at this point.
Because I hear that a lot.
Really?
Well, I wanted to ask you, what's the line though? Thick and fat. What's the line?
I mean,
being thick, do they have belly or they don't? Or what's the point? Because being thick, women who claim they are being thick, their arms is like my thigh size, and I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah.
Or also, I think American women have a little bigger frame than Asian people, but how do we know? I mean,
that's a very touchy subject. Like, I wouldn't even put a number on that or anything. I don't believe in weighing yourself. But I think when it is becoming an issue where you are, I mean, if you can't find your size at the store and clothes are just not fitting you, there's an issue. And not to be mean, because I, as a trainer, like, I want to, motivate people and never like come as like attacking their looks or whatever. Like, I wouldn't want to be mean, but it can be an issue. Like, you are not healthy if you get to a certain point and you're eating certain things. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to love yourself. You need to take care of your body first in order to do anything else. So there is a line. If you are losing all shape and your organs are most likely covered in layers of fat.
Let me ask you this. Kim Kardashian's
Mhm.
or their body, their family's body. So that's considered thick, right?
Well, that's
They
just
don't have
straight up
belly.
fake.
Fake, that is true.
So I
But
wouldn't
that's
even.
like woman's dream body, I guess.
Right, like the hourglass shape,
Do you
basically.
want that body?
No.
I'm not asking that you want to have like fake body, but the shape of it. Because I have no desire to be looking like that at all, even though they are considered thick.
Yeah. I don't want it. I personally just want to be fit and feel strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, I do have certain goals. Like, as a Latina, I do want to have a big booty.
Yeah.
But I already got it from my mama. So working on it at the gym, I think, is the key.
Yeah.
But never like just curves everywhere. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that you say it, I do feel like people like that, they're setting up this very unrealistic uh, expectation of what the female body should look like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some women do have that natural body shape,
Right.
and they look beautiful. I think it's gorgeous,
Right.
but I don't have that, so I don't.
Well,
Not something that I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Now, my question.
Yes.
Would you date somebody that already has kids?
Yes.
Okay.
I would. Now, I would say I would date because I am going to date a man
Mm-hmm.
with children. But I know if I had children, I know I wouldn't have anybody to date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when
So
you're
it's
a woman.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I would definitely do that.
Okay.
But the thing is that I want to make sure that him and his ex-wife or whoever have a healthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to get into this drama or very unhealthy relationship. But yeah, I would mind to be a stepmother.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
How about your opinion?
For me, it would be a no.
Oh,
Just to be
really?
honest, yeah. Like,
Oh.
and I do believe people with kids can find love and whatever, but I have very clear what I want, and that's not it. I don't want somebody that already has kids because I want to give them their first child, and I don't want to have to deal with another woman or the past relationship. Sure. So that's just personal preference. I would say definitely not.
I also wanted to say that now I remember that if you're going to date with someone who has children, you have to prepare to be not prioritized by the man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I never encountered to date with someone who has kids.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I will change my mind because I know that I'm not gonna be his number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be like that forever.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't judge him having kids. I think that having children is a beautiful thing, but yeah, that's something that I have to think very, very carefully.
Okay.
Would you have time for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough because I know he will make time for his children.
Mm-hmm.
So am I gonna be okay? Probably not. So I don't know if I would actually date with someone who has kids.
Okay.
But I am willing to try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right.
Oh, I have another question. Lip filler. Do do you consider fake? Yes or no?
Definitely fake. I'm not gonna say that I haven't gone that like down that rabbit hole of looking at my lips and thinking, oh, they might be a little small. I would like them to be bigger, or consider getting them myself.
Yeah.
But at this point, yes, at this point, I don't think it's something that I would want for myself. I don't think it's attractive. And it also, like, fillers migrate. So you may put them right here right now, but later on you're gonna get that like duck lip looking thing that just is not for me. It just looks ugly. Some women can make it look good if they don't go overboard, but I just say it's a no for me.
Yeah, that's a no for me too.
I like natural.
I like natural. Yeah, there's a lot of alternatives. And at that point, if you want to get like some fake stuff in your body, that means that you are not confident, you're not comfortable with your own body. And I will keep bringing up my future children, but
Yeah.
I want my future children to be comfortable with their own body. If I do that, how am I going to explain to them that you need to be okay with your own body? But mom, you have fake lips, so that's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I am okay with being natural.
Okay. Would you date somebody that your dogs hate?
No.
Yeah, that would be a no.
That would be a huge no. That's gonna be really bad. I wouldn't ask him to be dog lover like me, but I still want him to like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask him, oh, you need to kiss my dog's.
Oh, yeah, that's extreme.
But yeah, as long as he doesn't hate animals.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, if he hates it, that's no. Yeah, we cannot do that.
No. I mean, I've only ever gotten a dog with someone, right? But if I had a dog and my dog didn't like that person, that would be because dogs know. They can sense it. All the like their energy.
Yeah.
And I just love animals so much. They're a big part of my life and something I really value and enjoy out of this planet.
Yeah.
So, and I just love dogs so much. Like, my dogs are my babies. That person has to be an animal lover all around and dog lover.
Yeah. Yep. We agree on that.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so that was it for today. We had a lot of fun. Keep an eye out for our next episode. We'll be uploading weekly, so we should be back next week. Yeah. All right.
Well, everybody, have a good day. 今日も良い一日を。
See you later. Ciao.